All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia and how Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s situation has basically exposed a lot of this nonsense being talked about with the Ryan Garcia Gervonta Tank Davis fight and whether or not the contract is being signed or delayed or all this other stuff. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, talking about one of the biggest fights that can be made in boxing, one that may or may not be made for April of this year between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, supposedly at a catch weight of 136 pounds, but a fight that very well may be, one of the biggest fights in boxing because Gervonta Davis is a really big draw. Ryan Garcia is somebody that is a popular fighter. And so everybody's looking for this fight to get made, but a lot of drama around it after Oscar De La Hoya said something about moving on if he doesn't get a contract soon. Now, that is what we're going to talk about because there's a lot of people running their mouths saying a lot of stuff. And man, only thing I can think is, God dog, man, the bigger Gervonta gets, the more drama that there is, and just the more flat out propaganda being thrown around. And it's, to me, it's absolutely positively wild. But before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you so much for your continued support. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also, thank you to everybody that supports in the live streams that we do every Monday, basically every day of the week, in the super chats and in the cash apps. That is really what allows the channel to continue to go and grow. We do not get sponsorships from other people, from fighters or managers or promotional companies, because we want to be able to give you, just my straight opinion on what's going on in the world in boxing. Also, thank you to everybody that supports with the heart, the super thanks with the heart and the dollar sign. It really makes a big, big difference. Thank you so much. There's actually a $10 one that came through yesterday. I saw it when I was falling asleep, so I'm gonna go back and get you. Sorry, I can't remember your name, but you will get me. I will be saying thank you to you in the video itself. But let's get into this, all right? So just a lot of nonsense going on around Gervonta Davis, man. The main one that we're going to debunk right now is something that was put out there by Mike Coppinger, saying that we're in response to Stephen Espinoza. Now, when Oscar De La Hoya said that he has not received a contract, and he is going to move on the 15th, which was, on the 16th, which was yesterday, if he does not receive one by yesterday. Now, everybody in boxing blew up about that. My take on that was, hold on, man, this dude already knows what the terms are. Already said that everything was done except for a signature, right? That's it. Now, this right now is January 15th January 15th when he said it. The fight is off in April, right? So that's all of February, all of March. So basically 2 months away. 2 months, basically 3 months away, right? So March, April, January, February, March, and April, right? So we're looking at still 3 weeks out. 3 months out, 12 weeks out from the fight. And Stephen Espinoza said, look, it's not unusual that the actual fight contract does not get signed until the week of the fight. Right. And he said that that's not unusual in boxing, and it's not unusual specifically for Oscar De La Hoya. Now, why would Stephen Espinoza know that is not unusual for big fights that include from Golden Boy. That's because he used to be in charge of the contracts being signed and drafted for Oscar De La Hoya. I do believe he was his chief legal counsel, if not actually running Golden Boy before he went to Showtime. So Stephen Espinoza is somebody that knows full well what Oscar De La Hoya's business practices are. However, Mike Coppinger jumps out there and says in a tweet, and other people have said the same thing, that yeah, that may happen for some smaller fight, but it's highly unusual for a big mega fight to take place like that. Unfortunately, Mike Coppinger is what you call cap once again, because shout out to Jevin Bay, who comes out and lets people know in a tweet that from an article that came out by the Denver Post on April 22nd, 2015, referring to the Mayweather-Pacquiao. And the title of the article is Mayweather-Pacquiao fight contract finally signed per report. This, and listen to this, this is what it said. The article says, the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao mega fight is a done deal, according to ESPN.com. With 10 days to go before the May 2nd fight, the two sides reached agreement Wednesday, allowing for the tickets of the bout at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas and on closed circuit locations to be sold. Okay, so this is 10 days before the biggest pay-per-view fight in history. Now, I still got an issue about whether it's the biggest fight in history. I think that there is definitely a big case to be made for Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. However, you get my point. Now, the funny thing is to me is now Mike Coppinger is just the guy that I'm going to call out on that because, he's the media guy that said it out and everybody can go see where he said it. However, what amazes me is how so many people are out there that will just not believe anything that comes out of Stephen Espinoza's mouth, even though you have yet to catch Stephen Espinoza in a lie. And Stephen Espinoza is actually the expert on the situation and involved in the negotiations himself, as well as being, like I said, involved with the negotiations for Oscar De La Hoya for years, having worked for Oscar De La Hoya in that same capacity. But, the tank I honestly just think it's just the anti-PBC marketing stuff going on by other promoters that are just amazing. Now, I don't doubt that there's maybe some things that Al Heyman has done to really tick some people off, maybe like taking all of Oscar De La Hoya's fighters and signing them to managerial contracts when Oscar De La Hoya thinks that they were promotional contracts. So, that may not sit very, very well with some people, right, who are really riding high on the Golden Boy train when Golden Boy was really doing it. And for that to get all kind of shifted over to the PBC with most of the really big name fighters with Golden Boy going and staying with Oscar De La Hoya, with Al Heyman and staying with him for years. But it does not completely explain all of this absolute ridiculousness, like this nonsensical idea that Gervonta Davis is some consistent pay-per-view flop, but yet sells out arenas in 5 different cities, right? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And the guy that keeps saying it, man, I'm not going to mention his name, but it is just really wild to me. So he's just an anomaly. Yeah, that's an anomaly, all right. But so is Errol Spence Jr. He's an anomaly too, because that keeps happening to him as well. Deontay Wilder's an anomaly as well, because, Deontay Wilder would get 1 million people to watch him on Showtime, but yet numbers, by the way, that nobody has done since Deontay Wilder did that, but yet nobody knows Deontay Wilder. Just amazing, amazing stuff, man. But this idea that somehow Stephen Espinoza and Showtime don't know or aren't able to execute a contract for a fight when everybody at one point in time said that all of the terms were agreed to, but now all of that stuff just disappears. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.